And campaigns and politicians and elections, that's the stuff Mort Sahl pokes fun at all the time. He's back in New York at the Neil Simon Theater. Stu Klein saw the show over the weekend, loved it. Today, Steve Powers caught up with him.
It's like a time warp. Mort Sahl, who almost invented the biting satirical political humor of the 50s, back in New York with a vengeance. But this time, instead of a coffee house or a small nightclub, it's the Neil Simon Theater.
You feel at home in New York, or is this culture shock?
It's still overwhelming. You know, I won't kid you. You know, I'm feeling my way. It's the Braille method. Okie doke. How are you? Not bad.
Yeah.
I was there.
It seems as though the public is rediscovering Sahl's brand of political humor after the homogenized 70s. And wherever there's a newsstand, well, there's a fresh supply of material for Mort Sahl.
Does this mean we get cable now in Queens?
All right. You don't seem to like the New York Times.
The world's most liberal paper. Nuclear war, world ends. Women and minorities hurt hardest. Well, they're no Washington Post, let's say that.
How about the USA Today?
World ends, details in Section E. Chicago Tribune, world ends, Perry transferred.
What paper do you like? What do you?
I read them all. I read them all.
Do you like them all?
Yeah, I'd be lost without them, let me tell you.
It's right into it, right into it, definitely.
He's talking directly to you then.
Trust the working class.
Absolutely.
See, that's it. Where do you think he's from?
New York, Brooklyn. Come on, Mark.
Take it easy.
Okay.
Hold tight.
Yeah, okay. Right out.
Bye-bye. It's interesting that people think that you're from New York.
Well, I take that as high praise. I never got here until I was 27, and I had 40 bucks in my pocket.
And now?
38. 38 and counting.
Well, the box office coffers are full. The reviews have been good, with the run set at least until the end of this month.
So, with you observing and critical of what's happening all the time,
Yeah.
can you remain optimistic?
Yes, well, you got to think in terms, Steve, of progress. 200 years ago, the country had 4 million people, a third of the size of Manhattan, and it had Thomas Paine and Patrick Henry and George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. Now it's got 240 million, and it's got the intellect of George Bush and Jesse Jackson. I guess Darwin was wrong.
Steve Powers, Fox News, Channel 5.